All right, let's get into this. Hollow the Don. Hollow the Don. Right? Hollow the Don. All right. Comes and puts out a post. He puts out a post going at the URL and caffeine. And let me tell y'all something. It's an interesting post. So let's read it and then I'll give you guys my little 2 cents on it. So Hollow says Norbs is suing for $40 million. By the way, the Norbs lawsuit has made Yahoo Finance. All right, so it's made the big time. All right, the lawsuit's made the big time. I think because of this the caffeine situation. I think if they weren't signed to caffeine, it wouldn't have made Yahoo Finance. But you can always get on stuff like that through other things. But it did definitely made Yahoo Finance, so that's pretty crazy. That's a pretty crazy thing. So I just feel like my mic's too loud. So anyways, he says Norbs is suing for $40 million. Caffeine invested $113 million into battle rap. Okay, stop there. Stop there. That's not true. That's not true. Caffeine didn't invest $113 million into battle rap. See, I want to be on your side, Hollow, but you gotta keep it real. You gotta be real, bro. Can't be just throwing out lies when you want to. This is why people don't take certain people serious, man. And I'm not saying, I'm not saying you in particular, but I'm talking about in general. When people be talking, people don't take, if they're not going to take you serious, if you don't have your facts right, all right? If you don't have your ducks in a row and you know what you're talking about, especially when you're talking about something so important as this, you literally wrote Caffeine invested $113 million into battle rap. That's a complete and utter lie. They didn't invest anything. They received a round of investments for their entire company. You guys understand, Caffeine is more than just battle rap. There's more than just battle rap going on Caffeine. I need you guys to understand that, right? Battle rap is not the only thing that's happening on Caffeine, all right? Just to make this clear, I think people don't understand that. And the $113 million was invested into the entity of Caffeine to keep them afloat, to keep them going. They need more. They needed. Nobody seems to ever want to talk about this part. They were looking for $250 million, and they could only raise $113 million. That's an L, bro. They were trying to raise $250. Even when they announced they raised $113 million, in that statement, if you go back and read it, they say in that statement, we failed to get what we wanted. And the reason why we failed, and I'm paraphrasing the word failed, all right? It's not the word they use, but what they're saying is the reason why they did not get what they were asking for, they blamed it on the pandemic, okay? And saying, well, money's tight right now. They didn't get the money they were looking for. They needed $250. They didn't get it. So they took the 113 and they're riding with it. So I need you guys, is there a portion of that invested into battle rap? Of course. Is it even a majority invested of it? Maybe. It's definitely the biggest thing they got going on their platform. Okay? Case in point. Remember when Caffeine came out and it was 100 and I did the investigation. Before when Caffeine signed URL, there were 177,000 most viewed website in the world. When I checked about 2 weeks ago, right, they were at 77,000. URL didn't have an event last week, and I checked the other day, they dropped to 97,000. They lost 20,000 places, all right, in a matter of a week, because URL didn't throw an event that week. So yes, URL, the battle rap is the biggest thing that Caffeine has going for them, and I'm sure they're going to invest it, but we don't know how it's being invested, what's being invested, all right. That money is being used for just to keep operations afloat, all right, to pay off the CEO. There's a lot going on. There's a lot going on. Because let me tell you something, this company ain't making no money, man. But all right, well, that's different. I'm talking about Caffeine. They're not making money. I think you guys are confused, man. All right, Caffeine is spending money. They're not making anything. They're just not. I'm sorry. All they're doing is spending money. Go look at them. They're not making money, bro. It's simple as that. But hey, whatever. URL, though, on another hand, all right, I feel like they're taking advantage of the money Caffeine is spending. They're taking, because this is how this works. They're throwing money at URL, at celebrities. So you might as well look at URL as a celebrity that Caffeine is throwing money at. You know, like how when they signed Drake, and Drake's never like done anything, or when they signed Offset, or when they've done all these other things, okay, or Doja the Cat, they've thrown money at these people. They're throwing money at these people to get them to be on their platform, to get their platform popping. So you can look at URL as a celebrity at this point, that they're getting money thrown at them to be on their platform. That's basically what this is. So, I mean, okay. I haven't battled on URL because I'm asking for more than usual, and that's a big issue. I want to ask my peers, do you still believe we don't have a budget, or that's way too much money? Now, this is where I'll agree with Hollow, is that if he's asking, I don't know how much more he's asking, all right? But if he's asking for more and they're acting like, well, you know, we're tight, but they can pay like the likes of Cassidy $90,000 and other people this much money and this and that, and Hollow's, I don't know, what was he getting, 30? Maybe he's asking for 50 now, you know? I understand that. Again, business is business. If they don't want to pay you, they don't have to pay you. Should they pay you? That's another story. That's another story. Should they pay you? Does it make sense for them? Blah, 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 blah. That's another story. But they don't have to pay you. All right? Because business is business. And I know I want to see Hollow on URL, of course. He's one of my favorites of all time. Then he gets into this. How is Millions involved in this and we are still fighting to get an extra few thousand? That's the thing. That's the thing. Now, again, people keep saying, well, Norbs is suing for $40 million. That means they've got to be worth $100 million. No, that doesn't mean that. That doesn't mean that at all. That doesn't mean that at all. That doesn't mean that at all. He's got his number from all the counts. If you guys got to look at it, each count's worth $500,000. So they blah 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 this $500,000. And the whole point of it is, if URL can't pay that $40 million, if they lose that settlement in a lawsuit, then Norbs is asking to be full control owner of the business if they can't pay that money. So again, that's another thing y'all are getting confused. Just because Norbs is asking for $40 million doesn't mean they're worth $40 million. Again, I don't know what they're worth. Okay? This is y'all, we just speculating. We don't know what they're worth, what Caffeine, we don't know what the deal is with Caffeine or any of this stuff. That's why it would be great if the lawsuit went to court and we would find out all of this. We would find out all of this, and that would be an excellent thing. But before that, we don't know. It's speculations. It's speculations. He adds DNA. Do you believe you're not worth 500 to 100,000? 500,000 minimum, 50,000 minimum to 100,000 max? The real Tay-Rock. See, here's the problem. If you're going to give everyone on the card, like say Summer Madness, right? You're going to give everybody on the card, let's say 50,000. There's 5 battles and there's 10 battles. That's $500,000 for the card. I mean, can Summer Madness generate $500,000 by itself as an event? I don't know. It's going to get crazier if all our top tier events are going to cost anywhere from $500 to $1 million to put on. You know, that's a thing. I don't know. This is where battle rap is going to like fall apart, I believe, where now money is just getting, everybody's like tripping out. And look, I'm not even saying that they shouldn't ask for more or this and that. My thing is, well, I don't know why y'all think that URL is like the only league in the world. Like, why we hold them up to this big pedestal, man? Like, are we confused? Like, Arsenal has his own league. John has his own league. Why don't y'all work together with those guys and work something out and and just forget URL? Like, at this point, if it's generating this much money and y'all are the stars and y'all are worth that much money, then let's do it. Why do you cut URL out? You're claiming they've been cutting you out all this time. They've been throwing you a little chump change and cutting y'all out. All right, but y'all the talent. Nobody's coming to see Beasley and Smack rap. Y'all, if y'all are worth, if DNA's worth $100,000, DNA, if he's worth $100,000, all right, then invest in yourselves, guys. Invest in yourselves. All y'all got to do is hire a film team. Avo can work. All right. He said he apologized. All right. Smack him up a little bit. Hey, come here, Avo. Bam, bam. Shut up. Don't you ever laugh at us. Shut up. Have Averb, give him the fair one before the event. All right. And y'all work together. All right. And y'all get this popping. Y'all can share in this, the money. Split. You guys are worth this much, right? Your intellectual property, you guys keep talking about. Daylight keeps talking about. The owning the masters, whatever you guys are talking about. Then do it. This is how business works. It's not just complaining and complaining and complaining. All right. You think a company is pimping you? You leave that company. You don't work for them, and you go do your own. You go do their own. There's nothing stopping you from becoming the next URL. But in your eyes, you're going to do it fair because they're doing it. They're robbing you, right? So y'all go ahead and do it fair. But it never works out like that, does it? It just never works out like that, does it? Because there's so much more that goes into being a boss. It costs to be the boss. Like we said before, it costs to be the boss. And most people don't want to deal with that headache. And that headache pays. You get paid because of dealing with that headache. I'm not saying who's right here. I'm not saying URL isn't ripping these guys off. They very well might be. They might be killing these guys. They might be laughing all the way to the bank, and these guys are getting nothing. All right? Or they might be being fair, and they're making their just due because they this is their company, and you guys have went along with it for all these years. Y'all went along with it. So what do you guys want? You already know. Look, here's the next thing. Tay-Rock, you don't believe you should have got an extra $25,000 bonus just for being Tay-Rock when his deal got signed? No, not just for being Tay-Rock. But you know what would have happened if they gave him $25,000 bonus? All right, just for being Tay-Rock? Then y'all would have been like, ooh, they were able to just give Tay-Rock $25,000. That was like shut up money. Here, Tay-Rock, take this 25. If they could just give Tay-Rock 25, they can give me 25 and then 25. And this guy 25. And this guy 25. That's what would have happened. You don't know. Why you guys act brand new? Why y'all act brand new? That's what would have happened. It ain't about preparation, Stacks. Oh, that was $25,000 hush money to get us to shut up again. Remember the strike 2.5? Throw a couple G's, that's it. All right? Remember? All right, that's what would have happened there. I'm just saying. I'm trying to look at it logically from both sides of the spectrum. All right? So he goes, goods. If you knew what Cassie got, you'd be mad. But Cassie was worth a lot what he got. He brought a lot of promotion. Let's be real. The Cassie Goods battle isn't doing the numbers it's doing on YouTube because of Goods. Let's get real. Can we keep it real? Cassie, he lost that battle and he might have not been that great in that battle. But his name, his fan base, or whatever, all right, got him what he deserved. And the way he promotes, all right, got it to where it is. All right, go look at another Goods battle. I mean, Goods does good on his own, but not at the level that he did with Cassie. Now, should he gotten paid this much more than Goods? Again, I don't know. That's the thing. I don't even know I don't know what Goods got paid. I don't know exactly what Cassie got paid. I'm going to assume Cassie got $90,000 because that's what it said in Norb's lawsuit, that someone got paid $90,000 at the top end. A battler has received $90,000 at the top end, and I don't think Norb's would have threw that in there if it wasn't facts. All right, so I'm going to assume it was either Cassie or Loaded Lux. I'll go with Cassie on that one. So Cassie made $90,000 for the Goods battle, and maybe 90 for the ours, maybe 70 for the ours. But again, we're all speculating numbers. You put 10 plus easy in this and still have to fight to get extra bans. I'm not saying he doesn't deserve extra bans. Again, I'm not saying that at all. All right, but you got to negotiate, bro. You got to negotiate. Now, here's the clincher. Instead of paying, this is the part I like. Here's the clincher. Instead of paying us a bonus when this $1 million deal happened, again, I don't necessarily know if it's $1 million deal, man. I think URL might be getting played themselves. I think they might have signed a deal with the devil with Caffeine, lost creative control. It might be going down the wrong route with their company, as far as I'm concerned. I don't know. We don't know. I think Caffeine might be pimping URL, or URL might be pimping Caffeine. and using them, using that money they're raising, like the money they throw at the celebrities, and just using that. Gimme. All right, we'll stay here. Look at the numbers we're giving you. Keep throwing us money. My money is on the end that URL is really banking off of Caffeine's want to throw money at people to build their product. That's their business model. Throw money at people until they get popping. All right, and then hopefully a fan base will come and buy freaking props. You know, because that's the business model Caffeine has, which is insane. Caffeine, you're going to have to go to an advertising model soon. And they have said they will not do that. All right? All you people out there, y'all see, listening to a lot of people in this community, it drives me crazy, bro. Because I've even heard people talking about what Hollow said, and they're just like, well, you know, Caffeine is selling to their advertisers and this and that. Caffeine don't have advertisers. Why don't you guys understand this? The website is built with no advertising, period. Show me an ad on Caffeine. I'll wait. Go there right now and show me an ad. There is none. That's their whole business. That's why they want to be different, not to have ads. That's their thing. That's where the big money is. Ads. But they don't want to have their site bombarded with ads. So they're hoping, this is from their own words, guys. They're hoping that the people watching will, in essence, donate by buying props, all right, to put into chats. That's their business model. They don't want, now can they have ads in the future? Sure. Okay. But the people running the company specifically said that no, that's not happening. That we're going to do this a different way. We're going to do this a different way. So. Where were we? They have an option. Okay, so now here's the clincher. Instead of giving us a bonus with this $1 million deal happened, they gave us an option to have a show on Caffeine and make you work 30 hours a month to get a few extra bands. Look, 30 hours a month for a few extra bands. I don't know what bands means. Is that thousands? Like, is a band 1,000? Like, I had my employee come up and, hey, you got change for a dub? And I'm like, what's a dub? He's like, a 20. I knew what a dub was, but, like, don't talk to me like that, all right? Like, a dub. Because the lingo changes all the time, all right? A dub could mean something else in a year from now. Who knows, all right? So, you know, working 30 hours a month for a few extra $1,000, you know, I think it's funny that, it's Caffeine paying these guys to be on their platform. This is not a successful company. This company is just throwing money at people, using the money they're raising and throwing it at people to be on their platform. That's not success, bro. That means they're failing and they're trying to salvage their company. They're trying to make this pop. If they're just giving you money and you don't have no views, you're just a battle rapper. Hey, Goods, here's a few bands. Here's this. Here, Anwar. They hired Anwar for freak's sake. All right. We know. It's stupid. This company is a disaster. It's a skeleton. All right. It has no legs. The creators should be being paid by the money they generate for the company. And that's not what's happening. They're trying to buy their way into this streaming service. And it's honestly, I don't know. It never works. Show me an example where this has worked. It has never worked. Mixer just went under because this was their business model too. So if you always wondered why all these battle rappers were doing all these Caffeine shows and they weren't doing them on YouTube, this is why. See, YouTube pays you by your views count. All right? How much you can generate. How much you can do this. How much you can make. They don't pay you just to do a show. That's why they're successful. Nobody wants to, let's be real, nobody wants to have to churn in hours every month because we don't have lawyers to get our copyrights. We are slaves Unfortunately, our slave owners are black, hiding behind a corporate entity pimping us. Okay. Are they slaves? I don't agree with that. Because you have an option to leave. You have an option to do whatever you want. You don't have to work with URL. My suggestion to y'all, and look, I'm glad y'all look. You speaking up is great, and maybe that will get URL to give you more. All right, but this whole copyright stuff and this and that, I don't know, man. I don't know. All right, it's like, look. You guys sign these contracts, man, and if what did he say? Because we don't have lawyers, you should have lawyers. Why don't you have lawyers? Why not? Why not? All right, we got to stop spending. I'm not talking about Hollow here. I'm talking about in general. All these battle rappers will spend money and talk and brag about all their vices they spend money on, and all this and that, but y'all won't spend money on health insurance. Y'all won't spend money on lawyers or life insurance or the things that actually matter in life, instead of constantly wanting to be the cool kid, doing this, spending money on this. All the money we spend on liquor, bro, and on weed, all right? All that money, all right? I know, twerk. That one day you spent at the club, all right? That day you spent at the club, that could have been a month's worth of health insurance, all right, that you spent. A month's worth of health insurance. Okay, bro, I have people come to my club, my bar right now, and they're spending. I had a guy spend $1,300 on Don Julio and Ajo shots. Just that's it. For an hour's worth of time, drop $1,300. All right, y'all be dropping too much money on liquor, bro. And I own a bar. All right, and it helps me out, but I could still say that. I cut him off. He wanted another round. I told him no. All right, that cost me another $200, but I said no. Because it's ridiculous, all right? I don't want you getting sloppy and drunk, and I'm responsible for you drinking too much and then maybe getting alcohol poisoning, all right? It wasn't him by himself. It was 5 guys, all right? But they were doing 2 shots at a time, and instead of another dirty owner, all right, who only thinks about money, all right, would have kept feeding them, all right, and maybe made them spend $3,000, all right? And they would have been, who knows, end up in the hospital with alcohol poisonings. People don't know how to control themselves, especially when they're drunk. I don't do that. That's insane. So, to say you're slaves, no, it was your choice, man. It was your choice to sign these contracts, and it's your choice to not work with them no more, and it's your choice to do what they do. Do what they do. That's my advice to Hollow and all these guys. Now, imagine if Summer Madness came around this year, and you got Calico and Verb and B-Dot. B-Dot of all people. Like, this is what I'm confused. I love B-Dot, all right, as a rapper and this and that. But sometimes, like, why is he on Summer Madness if this is how we feel and this and that? You know? Wasn't B-Dot supposed to be, like, in a militia right now? Like a community soldier? Isn't that what I heard him said he was going to do? That's gone, right? I guess he's not doing that one. All right, maybe this is his way of taking the money, and he's gonna have another round like he did against Emerson Kennedy, and this is gonna be the end of all ends. Take a stand. I don't know. Hopefully, maybe that's what it is. But if you got B-Dot, you got Geechee, you got Verb, you got Cal, you got everyone that's on Summer Madness right now. All right, you take okay, and you guys all say y'all ain't gonna be on Summer Madness. Now imagine the first Summer Madness on Caffeine, and no top tiers are on it. That would have actually made a stand. Y'all would have really made a stand right there and made URL maybe reevaluate everything and give you what you're looking for. But that's not what's happening here. You got Geechee, you got all these guys. They're crossing the line. They're crossing the line. So maybe you should be more mad at B-Dot, at Geechee, at Cal, at Verb, and all these guys. All right, for crossing over that picket line, because y'all should be technically going on strike if this is how you feel. Right? Hollow technically says he's on strike, all right, because he's asking for more. He's not battling. That's his right. That's his right. All right? So I'm not picking sides here, bro. I'm trying to look at it logically and trying to figure out what I would say is, look, URL is going to do what they do, all right? They're going to do what they do. The only way you guys are going to get what you want is if y'all all stop battling over there. And then we can see if URL can survive with the likes of Jay the Nightwing, Fonz, and the rest of the new crew. All right. And then all you guys can, why don't y'all just talk? Listen, call up Arsenal and work a deal and churn UW into like the top tier battle league, and y'all can enjoy all that money together somehow. Do it yourself or start up a new thing. Do it independently. All right. Daylight had an interesting idea talking about I can do a battle between me and myself, a mirror match, do a pre-sale, $1, all right, and I'm not gonna release it till I get 1 million people buying it. Now I don't know if he'll ever reach that 1 million, all right, and that'll be $1 million, or maybe 500, like maybe 500, even charge $2, all right, and if 500,000 people will buy it, he'll release it at that point, and then all right, there's all different kind of ways you can go about this, bro. There's all different kind of ways you can go about this, and honestly, I feel like this is gonna be this whole caffeine deal. I said from the beginning might be a bad thing, man. All right, because look what's happening, bro. Look what's happening now. Now it's not about battles anymore. Everything's about money, and I'm just like if the battlers aren't happy, they're not performing well, and I don't know what to say, man. Hopefully they can figure this out, but that's how I feel. Look, I'm glad Hollow said something. I've been saying stuff since the beginning. I was the first one to call out this whole deal with caffeine and what's gonna happen and this and that, and the fact that they have creative control, and I don't like the way they're doing things and this and that and blah 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 blah. All right, but my thing is, don't work with them no more. That's it. It's simple. All right, it's simple. All right, and shout out to my guy King617 for the hoodie. All right, salute. All right, go to the website. Let me pull it up for you guys right now. MIDUlife.com. It's MIDUFINGA Life. All right, real good. Or you can hit him up on Twitter. I like it. It's comfortable. All right. He didn't paint. I bought this. I support. All right. I support people. Check him out. King617. I don't know why it's not showing here. But there we go. King617. That's my guy. He's got a website. He's got some good clothing, man. All right. You gotta be a boss. You gotta be a boss, man. This is what bosses do. All right, they take things into their own hand. Hollow, you got LOM. I think you still have LOM, right? I don't know. All right. Matt's talking about you lost the lawsuit. I don't know. But let me know what y'all think. Love you guys. Peace.